makes me wanna cry. And I can hear it when the rain falls on my windowsill. On a playground where children's laughter lives. Oh, I can't explain, but it makes me wanna cry. And I can hear it. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Ayobami Bakari. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for joining. Thank you. In today's video, I'm just going to be answering some questions that a lot of people have been asking me. And like yeah. Because sometimes people ask me questions on the comment section and I wouldn't like it will be entering my body like so that I can answer the questions. So I'm going to start answering the questions, which is what we're going to start doing. So firstly, the first thing that I wanted to address is there is nothing like link if you're applying to the US, guys. There's nothing like where's the scholarship link? All those questions that people used to send me. There's nothing like link, so make sure you guys know that. Then also um I would say that please make sure to what's that word? Do your research before picking certain schools, guys. Make sure to do your research before you go forward and be like, well, I want to apply to this school. Like I talked about your reach, your safety schools, and your match schools. If you haven't watched that video, please go and watch it. It's really, really essential to you picking the schools that you want to apply to. It's essential for like to help you know that oh this is what I want to do, something that I this is the school I want to go to. And don't restrict yourself to one course. So many schools will allow you to do two courses. I'm not going to say courses, I'm going to say majors. So some schools will allow you to do two majors at the same time, which is like a dual degree. Some schools will allow you to do two majors in two different sectors, which is like an interdisciplinary degree. Interdisciplinary major. While some schools will allow you come in undecided, that means you don't really know what you want to do yet, which is not a bad thing for me though. Like I feel like maybe you're like I'm good at this part, I'm good at also this part, but I also like want to know the things that are um I want to know some things. I want to know my strength because funny enough, the curriculum here in the US is like so different. Especially as a Nigerian, I would also want to be like okay, especially as an African. I feel like most African countries use British curriculum. You never hear a school using US curriculum. And I feel like especially for people that want to do medicine, all these science related courses, don't just be like I want to do medicine. Here in the US, you will do I forgot I think it's a pre-med track before you now get into the medicine school, I mean the nursing school itself. So it is definitely something that I would say if you want to like go into healthcare here in the US, look at all their options. Like some schools have nursing basically. Some schools have like childcare nursing, learning disability nursing, mental health counseling. So don't just think like, oh, I want to study this. Make sure it is something that like research on the school's website before you now decide on that course. You can go in undecided or undeclared. That means actually as a business major, the school that I am currently in, um you don't declare your major until junior year, which is like 300 level. So you'll be doing everything. Then when you now get to 300 level, you now tell your advisor that, oh, I want to do accounting, or I want to do financial engineering, I want to do actuarial science. So make sure you don't um restrict or streamline yourself to the Nigerian method of thinking or the African method of thinking that if you are doing medicine, you are becoming a doctor. There are so many people. I think like now there's even what's that word? There's now healthcare administration. That means you want to be in healthcare, but you also want to do business. So look into those things. Don't just I wouldn't want to say it's archaic, but don't just select like the courses that you feel like, oh, is something. And you could also ask questions, guys. You could ask questions. You understand me? Make sure to ask your questions. That is something that I would advise you to do. Ask questions from the school. Ask questions from your admissions counselor, because most schools in the US would assign you to like um an admissions counselor once you submit your application, or even before you submit it, guys. So that is something that you definitely need to put into consideration. You need to put it into consideration. Then secondly, I would say that if you want to write your SATs or ACTs from whichever country you are, please make sure to research within your country. Make sure that they write SAT in your country. Make sure that they if it's online or in person, the time for registration, because you can't just register and write immediately for SAT. There's a specific time. I think if you register February, you write June or July. I'm not too sure about that. But make sure to talk with your the people in your country, not your school this time. Especially if your school, right, like has some schools are SAT centers, so please inquire with your school, inquire with the adults around you, and if you don't have anybody like that, please make sure to search SAT or ACT centers in whatever country that you're in. That will like give you, and then make sure to call them yourself. Don't just assume that, oh, let's say they said um Ayo and Co is an SAT center in Nigeria. You now decide that, oh, there's SAT center. You now go and start reading for SAT. You have to register. You have to make sure that, like the location. You have to do all of those findings before you even decide that, oh, I want to pay. You have to make sure that they are legit. And some of the questions I would say you should ask them if they are legit, but most people are always legit. I won't say like a fake SAT center. Is like, one thing I would say is definitely, what's that word? Definitely ask them how your scores will be sent to your school. It's not as if you don't know, but most schools will be like, your scores should be sent college. Those try mention something about college board. So make sure your center mentions something about college board, guys. Okay, that is for SATs and ACTs. Then another question that I would like to um address is like, how do you apply? Where do you apply from? Guys, you can apply through like Common App. That's for undergraduates this time. You can apply through Common App. For those of you that are, I feel like the Common App is easier if you want to apply to a lot of schools. But if you know that, oh, I just want to apply to three schools, some schools will tell you they only use Common App, Coalition, or Quest Bridge. So you can use any one of those ones. But the thing now is that some schools will tell you that as an international student, you have to use the Common App, or you're allowed to use their own application. So it's not all the time that somebody will tell you that it's not all the time a school will say they accept all applications. Make sure to go to the freshman side, make sure to go to the international student side. And there are some things that will be there that you might not understand. Please make sure to send these emails to the schools. That's why I would say, if you know you want to apply to any country, not even US now, give like, should I say 1 month now? I feel like 1 month is too long. But give enough time for you to be able to ask your questions. Do Zoom meetings with them if possible. Like, it doesn't matter if you're not going there, you just want to have an overview, you just want to hear directly from their mouth to make sure that you're getting like the correct information and all of that, which is understandable, guys. So don't now like play yourself and just assume, and then after you now find out that, oh, the school doesn't accept students. Some schools don't accept international students, some schools don't give international students scholarships. So those are the things that you need to put, that I would say, okay, put into consideration before applying. Don't just pick a school out of anywhere, out of nowhere. And for those of you that will be looking to like apply to fully funded schools, guys, give enough time, because some of these schools like do it periodically. I no, not periodically, stage by stage. So take for example a school that is a STEM Scholars Program partner, and you're applying like September or November. Then you're not like you want this is you now apply late. That means like let's say they even consider your application in the first place, and then after considering your application, they are now like next stage is interview. Like you get into the next stage for interview. You won't have had like ample time to prepare for the interview compared to people that already know that, oh, I moved to interview a month before you. Like that pressure is always going to be there, which is something that I'll keep telling people. Make sure to give ample time before you start applying. Don't just think that what's that word? You could watch a YouTube video here, watch a YouTube video here, watch a YouTube video here, and you already know everything. I don't know everything. We all don't know everything. So even if like you're watching my videos, which I thank you for, you're leaving comments, you're asking questions and all of that, I would say still confirm with the school, because I don't know the school you want to apply to. I don't know the country you want to apply to. I don't know your background. I don't know how many years and all of those things. I'm not saying you should drop that in the comment section. Okay. But what I would definitely say is please put into consideration. I know I keep saying please put into consideration, but please don't jump into applying to schools when you know that like there's no ample funding. I was seeing some things on Instagram yesterday, and it was really disheartening in UK and all of that. Like have enough money if you are funding yourself. That is one thing, because you have to remember you're on a student visa. So if you don't, there's some requirements that you need to meet as a student. If you do not meet that, that visa gets terminated, guys. Especially here in the US, they'll tell you you need to have 12 credits. That 12 credits means that the least amount of credits you can do per semester is 12 credits, but they also give a clause 9 out of those 12 credits should be in person. So you now compare yourself to other people, you now go and do online classes. It's not going to work for you. It's not a course. It's not gonna work. Like I feel like they will send you mails and all of that. But some schools immediately just let the Department of say immigration, Homeland Security know these things, and that's all. Like that's it. End of story. Do you understand me, guys? So I feel like that's just what I wanted to say in this YouTube video. Sorry, this YouTube live. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Please make sure to like type it. And that's why I just wanted to come on here today because and yes, please share with your friends. Make them let them subscribe so that I can have like the community section where I can just put in this little snippets of my thoughts instead of me going live all the time. But also let me know if you're enjoying the live, which is which I'm feeling like I should start doing like periodically. I feel that I should start doing the live periodically, and then as I start doing periodically, like, it will give this sense of community. I feel like I should do it every week. Anyways, as I was saying, make sure to know the schools that you want to go to. Don't restrict yourself to just one thing. And basically, that's all I have to say. Then now for the faith aspects, yeah, people of God, you need to pray before picking all of these schools. You need to pray before doing any of these things. It would amaze you how the Holy Spirit will actually lead you to apply to this one, don't apply to this one, check this school out, do so, write your essay like this. And it's really less time consuming because you are able to know that, oh, this is something that I want to do. And you are sure that it is God's will, God's plan for you. So I would definitely say don't disregard God, don't do God aside in this application thing, because it goes a long way in you what's that word? It goes a long way in you applying, in you knowing what to do. There are so many schools that I now started hearing when I got to VCU. I'm like, I did not even know there were this many schools. Okay, the thing is, I knew there were a lot of schools, but what I did not know was I didn't know their names. I didn't research. I was just applying as let me just leave, let me just go, let me just go. It's something that is deliberate because you're coming here to school, not just to Japan. You're actually coming here to school. So I don't know about you, but failing in school is not an option. So definitely, like, please pray about these things. If you would want me to join you in prayer, please leave your comments in the comment section. Sorry, leave your prayer request. I mean, send me emails, all of those things. So that is definitely one thing that I would say um is what I wanted to say in this life. Pray. Remember, Jesus loves you. Um, more videos will be coming up about the CSS profile, the what's that word? The college board application. There's one other one, sha. But those things are like so comprehensive. I don't want to. I'm at the point where I don't want to make videos that will bore you guys. I also don't want to make videos that are too short to carry the information. So maybe we'll do like I'm already doing a series, so I'm like, we will do series for those ones specifically because they are so long, and I obviously don't know everything, and obviously cannot say everything, but I will try. I will try. So, thank you all for joining my live video. Thank you. I'll see you guys in my next videos. Please make sure you have watched all the videos I've dropped, because please share with your friends, subscribe, like this video so that I know that these are the things I want you guys that you so that I know that you know is a liar. So that I know that those are the things that you guys want me to make more videos on. Then also comment down. Comment. Let's have a community here. Don't just be doing ghost. So I'll see you guys. God be with you guys. Have fun today. Um for those of you that are like, oh, I have friends that might not be able to watch it now. I think I enabled the live chat replay, so definitely you can always go back and watch it. I love you guys. See you guys in my next video. Please make sure to share with your friends, and definitely stay tuned for when next I'll be coming on live so that I can ask more questions. Bye.